America, you've become lazy. Your jobs are getting outsourced and you are now losing over $16 billion worth of an annual salary to other countries around the world. Welcome back to my channel. It's Carlos Reyes. Today we're going to discuss why we as Americans are losing our jobs, not due to the economic changes of recent, but the international hustlers that are virtual employees all across the world. Did you know that big American corporations have been outsourcing an average of 300,000 jobs per year to other countries? Did you know that 68% of consumer product companies are also outsourcing to other parts of the world? Here's another staggering statistic. Did you know that your average income per individual is at $53,490? If you multiply that times the 300,000 jobs that we outsource every year, well, that equates to over $16 billion worth of salaries that we as American employees are failing to obtain right here in this country. So the question is, why is this happening? Why are we losing all these jobs, 300,000 a year to be exact, to other parts of the world? Well, for one, labor costs. Didn't I just mention that your average person here in the US makes an annual salary of $53,490? Well, in the Philippines, the average individual income or salary there is about $6,500 per year. That's about $541 a month. So if you're a big, gigantic corporation, what do you think you're saving in your overall payroll expenses? What do you think saving all that money in payroll expenses does to your net profitability? That's right. It skyrockets that all the way up, baby. Another reason why we as American employees are losing our jobs to overseas employees, well, work ethic. That's right. Attendance. People missing work whenever they feel like it. Punctuality. People showing up late, they come and go as they please. Extra bathroom breaks, holiday pays, vacation pays, 401ks, IRAs, insurance costs. I mean, you name it, right? Big companies, for some crazy reason, no longer want to deal with all that. Oh, and another reason, well, we as Americans, we want to be highly compensated, but want to do the bare minimum. Oh, and let's not even talk about the clock watchers out there. Yep, they're checking their clocks, they're checking their watches. As soon as 5 p.m. hits, woo, boy, they are out the door. Think of Jeff Bezos and Amazon. The man employs over 1.3 million people. How many of those jobs do you think are in the country? And how many of those jobs do you think he's employing internationally? Well, when it comes to Jeff Bezos, let me throw a curveball at you. That's right, another staggering statistic. This man actually employs over 1 million people here in the US. That means that Jeff Bezos and Amazon, they employ, out of this country's workforce, 1 out of every 169 employees. Man, oh man, talk about an individual who's actually contributing to this country and today's society. So you're probably asking yourself, 1, what countries are outsourcing the most? And 2, where are all these jobs going to? What countries are benefiting from contracting these outsourced jobs? All right, so the top 3 countries in the world that are outsourcing these jobs are the US, the UK, and Australia. And the countries that are contracting these outsourced jobs, well, you have the Philippines, you have Egypt, you have India, and South America as the world's top beneficiaries. Oh, and by the way, let me throw another staggering metric at you. I personally employ over 600 people. 97% of those employees are outsourced. That's right, they're virtual employees in other parts of the world. And if you're wondering, wow, look at this hypocrite, he's outsourcing too. Well, let me just say this. I own and operate over 31 companies, and man, oh man, I've had some pretty bad experiences with people that physically work for me. They've become entitled. They expect so much, but yet want to do so little. I mean, some of you out there have to feel some of the pain that I've gone through. Listen, my goal is to employ as many people as I could here as I'm beginning to grow my enterprise. But the fact of the matter is, good work ethic is hard to find these days, especially with everything that's going on in the world. Well, if you're asking yourself, Carlos, where can I find physical American employees to come work in my operation? Well, you can run ads on Indeed.com, WiseHire.com, Jobbing.com, just to name a few. And for the other folks who are wondering, well, Carlos, I actually want to outsource some of my positions in my company. Well, you can go to Fiverr and Upwork, just to name a few. I found some really good, amazing, talented individuals on those 2 platforms. Listen, my goal is to bring as many jobs as I can back to the US, but we have to change the way that we carry ourselves as employees. We have to get back to that grit and work ethic we once had. If you found this video informative, educational, or entertaining in any way, do me a huge favor. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. We're really trying to grow this channel. And don't forget to share with somebody who might want to see this video. Until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for joining.